There are some cultures that we see in Sub-Saharan Africa that we also see in scriptures. For example, circumcision. And some of them in Yoruba culture, for example, probably in Igbo also, they circumcise exactly on the 8th day. The 8th day, yeah. In Yoruba, we do.
I thought it was something that the
colonizers,
white man forced on us.
No.
So we've been circumcising even before
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
I know that.
I know you wouldn't know that. Because that's what we've been taught.
Yeah. They just
so we've been circumcising before they came, and if you're gonna copy someone's tradition or religion, you can copy, like I was saying in the other interview, you can copy the sagging of trousers and belt. You can still pierce your ear, but to cut the foreskin of an 8-year-old, that's not the kind of thing you copy.
No, because that's pain.
Yeah, that's very painful. So that's been there.
So you're saying the Yorubas already circumcised?
The Kikuyus of Kenya, they circumcised.
Other Africans also circumcised.
If you tell a Kenyan, a Kikuyu Kenyan, that you're not a circumcised man, he would rather pull down his trousers to prove it to you. And when he's done and he has proved it, he's going to break your head afterwards. Because it's that important to them. You see, in South Africa, they consider it as the transition to manhood. So it's like saying, you this small boy, you are not circumcised, just a small. So it's something that is deep-rooted. It's not something that colonizers brought.
I would never have known this.
Yeah,
no.
That's the first, by the way. Second, there is this payment of dowry. It's not something you see in Europe. It wasn't originated in Europe.
No, they don't do that on this part at all.
Yeah. So, and then there's this young, well, he was young then. His name is Olaudah Equiano. Okay, he was literally stolen. He was kidnapped, sold into slavery, but they got him back, and then he was taken to England and he learned English. So he was writing a story of his own autobiography, okay, of what his cultures are like, it is like, okay. And by the way, in that writing, he wasn't trying to prove to the listeners or the readers that he was Hebrew. That's not the point. He was just talking. But then in the midpoint, he said that one way he can summarize his culture is that it looks so much like what he has read in scriptures. One of them is when a woman is menstruating, they usually, in fact, literally his own mom, they would there's usually a different, this is in the Igbo culture, by the way, there's usually a different apartment, a different hut that they go to when they are menstruating. And because his mom he was one of the early children, his mom was still menstruating when he was already conscious as a child, age 6, 7. So because he was so fond of his mom, he could remember that he would be with his mom. And because he has touched her physically, then he would have to be kept there also.